Welcome back to the space where true Lakers fans receive their daily dose of excitement. Today, we are analyzing a situation that could drastically change the future of the purple and gold team. Discreet rumors have been circulating around the league, and these speculations are gaining strength with each passing day. At the center of these discussions is an influential player. Could he, in fact, end up in Los Angeles? We stand on the brink of an unexpected trade that could surprise everyone and be discussed for years to come. This promises to be intriguing. Recently, this athlete made an important decision to join a team with the intention of creating a championship contending squad alongside other renowned players. On paper, it seemed like an ideal combination. However, as is often the case, titles are not won on paper alone. Reality has proven to be much more challenging. Injuries, inconsistency, and a lack of effective chemistry have plagued this team throughout the season. Currently, behind the scenes, there are growing signs that Beal may not be as invested in Phoenix as many had assumed. This issue remains largely in the shadows, without a formal trade request or public displays of discontent. However, in the NBA, the most impactful moves often start with subtle rumors rather than grand announcements. Interestingly, some analysts are already hinting that if the right opportunity arises, Beal might consider the possibility of a fresh start. If there's one franchise that could offer the combination of a big market, a heavyweight star, and a legitimate shot at a title, it is the Lakers. However, a hypothetical trade involving Bradley Beal will not be an easy task. His contract is massive, exceeding $200 million. This is a financial commitment that cannot be easily accommodated without considerable moves. This is where things get interesting. The Suns are stuck with a costly roster, and if their playoff expectations fall short once again, the pressure to make changes will be significant. A team like the Lakers, equipped with valuable assets, it's not a scenario that can be readily accepted without significant repercussions. Nevertheless, this is where the situation becomes intriguing. The Suns have invested heavily in a costly roster, and if their playoff performance fails to meet expectations again, they will face intense pressure to make changes. A team from Los Angeles, equipped with players like D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and a collection of promising future assets, could put together a trade proposal that might compel Phoenix to reconsider. The key factor here is that the player involved possesses a no-trade clause, granting him full control over where he goes. If he were to indicate to the Suns that he would only waive it for the Lakers, Phoenix would find itself in a difficult predicament. They would be compelled to negotiate with the Lakers or risk keeping a disgruntled star on their roster for an extended time. The dynamics of power could change rapidly and dramatically. Picture this scenario: LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the player in question all donning the iconic purple and gold. A fresh trio emerging in Los Angeles. His skill in creating his own shots, coupled with his smooth mid-range and long-range shooting, would harmoniously complement LeBron's playmaking and Davis's prowess in the paint. This isn't just a pipe dream. It represents a feasible option if circumstances play out favorably. Considering the Lakers' current position, this idea gains even more traction. They are undeniably in a win-now mindset. LeBron is aging, and the Western Conference has never been more competitive. Remaining stagnant and banking on internal development might not suffice. Bringing in a proven scorer could be the bold move that elevates them to new heights, reminiscent of the trade for Anthony Davis in 2019. Of course, there would be inherent risks. Trading players like D'Angelo Russell and other key figures could affect the team's depth. The player's contract could also restrict future flexibility, and there's always a chance that things might not unfold as envisioned. Yet, for the Lakers, with LeBron's career winding down and title opportunities diminishing, isn't it worth taking such a risk? Isn't making a significant play what this franchise embodies? Additionally, another aspect to consider is the agent, known for orchestrating substantial moves behind the scenes. If the player genuinely wishes to join Los Angeles, it's hard to imagine a scenario where the agent wouldn't be involved to facilitate a smooth transition. One might speculate that if important discussions are taking place out of the public eye, the agent is likely aware and maybe even directing the process. There's a lot of excitement among fans, with many already flooding social media with hypothetical trade scenarios, envisioning the player in Lakers jerseys and dreaming of the banners they might raise in the upcoming season. Some supporters express caution, concerned about giving up too much, while others are completely on board, stating this is the moment to capitalize on LeBron's final elite years. Think about how he could thrive in a new environment. In his former team, he bore the weight of being the focal point for years. Currently, he navigates a crowded pecking order. However, in Los Angeles, he could discover that ideal equilibrium as a star in his own right, while LeBron and Davis command the primary focus. This dynamic could unlock a new facet of his game that fans have yet to witness. From a strategic standpoint, his talents align with the Lakers' needs, particularly in perimeter scoring, an area where they've struggled, especially when defenses tighten up in the playoffs. Having a player capable of generating offense under pressure and hitting tough shots would be invaluable. While depth is important, elite shot-making is what secures championships. Financially, it may pose challenges, but it's not impossible. The Lakers have navigated tricky salary cap situations before. Recall when there were uncertainties about acquiring Anthony Davis without dismantling the team? Yet they succeeded then and have the potential to do so again. The executive has demonstrated a willingness to act proactively when genuine opportunities arise. An unpredictable factor in this situation is the response from the ownership of the Suns. The current owner is recognized for making bold decisions, but he can also act impulsively. If he feels that the player is not fully invested in the Suns' future, he might opt to part ways rather than prolong the situation. If the player explicitly requests a trade to Los Angeles, it could place Phoenix in a particularly challenging position. The response from the team's management is crucial in this scenario. Bold, emotionally driven decisions are often characteristic of their leadership. If they sense that a player is not fully committed to the team's future, they may opt to sever ties rather than prolong an uncomfortable situation. Moreover, if there is an explicit desire to move to another local team, it could significantly weaken the Suns' negotiating power. Timing is also key. If the team is eliminated early in the playoffs, the pressure for change will be immediate. Simultaneously, the other team in the city will be evaluating its own playoff performance. If they fail to meet expectations, the urgency for a significant change will be enormous. Conditions could align perfectly on draft night or early in free agency. For an athlete, the city represents more than just an opportunity to win. It offers visibility, a dynamic lifestyle, and the chance to leave a legacy. Joining a prominent team means gaining global relevance almost instantly. For a player who has often been underrated despite his notable individual statistics, the possibility of being part of a renowned team could be incredibly appealing. Additionally, there's a cultural compatibility that shouldn't be overlooked. The player's calm demeanor, professionalism, and reputation for commitment would fit perfectly within the team's environment. The team values players who give their all, and this trait is fundamental. The chemistry between team members is vital, and the feeling is that this player could integrate into the system without causing disharmony. The importance of bringing in a fresh energy cannot be underestimated either. After years of intense minutes and scrutiny, the team star player could greatly benefit from having another reliable shooter to share the load. Another player could also benefit from having a consistent shooting presence to open up space in the paint. This new addition could be the key piece that helps extend the careers of both players for a longer time. History has shown that having three great stars is crucial for a serious championship push in today's league. Teams like Denver, Boston, and Milwaukee have multiple players capable of deciding a game. This player could be the third star, providing the offensive firepower necessary to compete against any opponent at any time. If this trade happens, it will send a clear message to available talents. The team is not satisfied with mediocrity. They are committed to assembling rosters that can genuinely contend for titles, which could trigger a domino effect, making it easier to attract skilled players willing to join the organization. At this moment, the situation is one of waiting. Nothing happens immediately, especially with such complex contracts. However, experience has taught us that when a narrative begins to take shape, events can unfold quickly. One phone call, one meeting, one shift in strategy, and suddenly everything changes. The management will face difficult decisions, no matter what happens. Will they prioritize continuity and team chemistry, or take a risk and launch into a new attempt, acknowledging the risks and potential rewards? It's clear that stagnation often means falling behind. The excitement of being part of these discussions is palpable. This is what it means to support a prestigious franchise. The drama, the intrigue, the hope that something significant is about to happen. Whether it's this player or another in the near future, one thing is certain: the team will always be active. Ultimately, there are no guarantees that a deal will go through. There have been no official announcements or major reports so far, but this is usually how situations like this unfold. Quiet conversations, growing speculation, and one day, an unexpected revelation that changes everything. So don't be surprised if, in the coming weeks or months, we wake up to the news that a player is moving to the city. The connection is evident, the need is real, and perhaps the circumstances are aligning once again for the team to make a historic move. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, as this topic will undoubtedly remain relevant throughout the entire offseason. Don't forget to show your support for this content and enable notifications to stay up to date with every step of this unfolding narrative. This story is just beginning, and you'll definitely want to follow the upcoming events. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, in a move that has shaken the basketball world, LeBron James ignited a firestorm of speculation late last night by posting a cryptic video to his social media platforms. In the dimly lit clip, the NBA icon is seen gazing silently at a wall of memorabilia from his 22-season career: jerseys, trophies, and a flickering highlight reel playing in the background. As a soft instrumental version of Time by Hans Zimmer plays, James offers no words, only a single caption: "Every king knows when it's time." The video, less than a minute long, has left fans and analysts alike scrambling for answers. Has the all-time leading scorer just hinted at his retirement? At age 40, James continues to defy logic, recently becoming the oldest player in NBA history to notch 4 consecutive triple-doubles. Still, the emotional weight of the video suggests something more final than a motivational post or a tribute. Within hours, #LeBronRetirement began trending worldwide. James, often praised not just for his longevity, but for evolving the game itself, has seemingly done it all. For NBA titles, for MVPs, an Olympic legacy, and a groundbreaking 50,000 combined points across regular season and playoffs. He even made history this season by sharing the court with his son, Bronny, marking the first father-son duo in NBA history. Yet, the wear and tear have been visible. Recent injuries and missed games, including his absence from the 2025 All-Star Game, have raised questions about how much longer King James can keep his throne. Neither James nor the Lakers organization has issued an official statement following the video's release. Sources close to the team remain tight-lipped, though insiders have noted a solemn, reflective energy around James in recent weeks. Some believe the groin injury he suffered in March, and his visibly emotional return on March 22nd, may have marked the beginning of a personal farewell tour. If this is truly the final chapter of LeBron James' storied career, it would close one of the most influential eras in sports history. From Akron to the global stage, James has become more than just a basketball player. He's a symbol of endurance, excellence, and evolution. But for now, the world watches and waits, one haunting video and one mysterious caption echoing louder than any buzzer beater. Every king knows when it's time. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.